What's up, guys? Time is back with another LinScents video. Today I have 5 fragrances to discuss, but before I get into that, just want to say thank you guys again. It is an honor to be playing on one of those electronic devices, whether it is that cell phone, that tablet, that laptop, that brand new Macintosh, that brand new big screen TV, whether you're watching me on a boat, whether you're watching me in the car, whether you're watching me in the bed, whether you're watching me at work, whether you're watching me on the toilet. Shit happens. And this happens on this channel. If you guys are new to this channel, you like what you see, hit the comments, subscribe, like, do all of it. Everyone loves a like, and I personally love the comments because it's a great way to get to know some of you guys, the subscribers, the viewers, if you will. And again, it is an honor and very much appreciated. No, this is not dandruff. As you can see, got no hair and no flakes up here. Just the way I did the shirt, kind of got some stuff on here, so just pardon that while you're watching this video. Please don't beat the TV because you think it is a head and shoulders type emergency. No, it is not, okay? So be aware of that. Anyways, man, I wanted to do this video on 420. You guys know 420 is hippies holiday, the hippie holiday, weed man holiday, cannabis holiday, hemp holiday, cannabinoid holiday, whatever you want to call it. It is your guys' holiday, okay? 420. And honestly, if you're doing those things, you probably forgot all about it. Just like I did. I wasn't doing it, but I forgot all about it to do it that day, so I'm doing it now. So hopefully you guys enjoy it just as much. But I do have 5 fragrances in front of me where cannabis is pretty much either a main note or a part of the fragrance, okay? Now, a few of these, it's going to be kind of hard. Now, again, I might have said this a while back, but honestly, I'm not a professional. I don't know what the freshest of freshest cannabis smells like. All I can go off is the skunky smell that I usually get when anyone affiliated with the herb smells like. So again, I cannot tell you exactly what fresh weed smells like, but I can tell you that pretty much all 5 of these have some kind of cannabis in it, okay? Now, some of them are going to be a little bit stronger. You're going to really be able to detect the cannabis. Some is probably just more subtle. It's kind of a way to probably not smell exactly like weed. Because, I mean, if you think about it, if you've ever smelt someone like weed, okay, now if you smell like weed and maybe like some cologne, sometimes that smell together can kind of go good. But there are some people that smell like weed that don't wash their ass. And that smell just stank. So, again, some of these, maybe you just don't want that weed to be too prominent because, again, weed and ass just stinks, okay? Weed and a dirty body do not match, okay? So, that being said, let's finally get into these, okay? We'll start off with the, actually the cheapest of the bunch. And actually, this one pretty much smells exactly like that skunky smell that I was just describing. This one is from Demeter Fragrance Library. This one is called the Cannabis Flower. Now, this isn't your typical EDT. This is a cologne spray. It might even just be a room spray. It does say pick me up cologne spray, and maybe this is for if you just need something quick. This is a dumb reach, but then again, it might not be a dumb reach because it's going to smell like cannabis. And it actually does smell like cannabis. To be honest, I feel like this would be better off layering with this one, okay? Because the cannabis actually is, it's quite kind of skunky. It's kind of aquatic with this. It's kind of got this watery, skunky smell, okay? And so with this, I would rather just pair this with something else, okay? So spray this on first, maybe, and then spray something maybe woody, maybe something fruity a little bit to get that same effect. But this one, again, if you smell it straight from the bottle, you really are going to think you're smelling a joint, if you will, or someone that just freshly smoked a joint. It's kind of what it smells like, a little bit aquatic, if you will, as well. Now, again, with this, I don't know what this is, but again, this is Demeter, the Fragrance Library Cannabis Flower. Go check this one out. Like 20 bucks, fragrance net, so go check that one out, okay? Next up is from the house Fresh. This one is Cannabis Santal, and actually I did a video on this probably about 6 months ago, this one right here. This one I actually got a fresh spray right over here. I haven't worn this one much, but this one is just really woody. It's woody, it's got a slight little bit of freshness to it as well. If there is some cannabis in here, it'll probably come just a little bit later, but it is not super duper skunky. So if you kind of want that weed smell, again, something that smells like this cannabis flower, this one you probably will be a little bit disappointed. Okay, now again, this is coming from a guy who does not know what the fresh stuff smells like. Okay, so to me, I don't get that skunky smell. So if that's a good thing, if weed doesn't smell skunky like the fresh stuff, then yes, this smells great. It smells kind of fresh. It smells woody. It's kind of a little, has the smokiness to it as well. Kind of smells like almost like a burning joint, but you're just kind of missing that skunky smell with this. Okay, so think of woody, something burning, like burning paper or something like that. Kind of smells like that. Again, I'm not sure what fresh stuff smells like, so you got to just take me on that. But if you're looking for something super skunky, probably don't want this one, okay? So that is that one. That is that fresh Cannabis Santal. But that was like 40 bucks for a 1 ounce. And honestly, you probably will be good with this whole 1 ounce for the rest of your life. So not that bad of a price. Next up is one from LPDO. This one is called Hash Intense. Everyone likes that hash. I love this, the way the bottle looks, but this is almost like smells like a Black Afghano fragrance. This is like an Afghano cologne, if you will, or their version of that. This does have a little bit of cannabis in it, but again, this one is not super skunky. It smells earthy. It smells kind of rosy. It's kind of got this spice to it as well. So you got the spice, you got this rose, this dark rose. You got a little bit of earthiness. So that earthiness most likely will probably be that cannabis. Okay, so but again, not gonna smell super skunky. This stuff smells great. The bottle looks very nice, and you're looking at about anywhere between 5 to 6 hours as far as performance. Even unclosed, this is not like one of those projection monsters. So this one just spray heavy, but this one is about 45 bucks, give or take a couple bucks here or there. So LPDO Hash Intense. Take a look at that bottle, very nice. Next up is the newest edition of cannabis style fragrance in my collection. This is from Carolina Herrera. This is Bad Boy Le Parfum. Now this one I do have a fresh spray over here about a good 10 minutes ago, and this one actually does have that nice little cannabis note in there. It has kind of like a little bit of this skunkiness. There's a little bit of grapefruit in here too, so when you first spray it, it kind of has this herby sweetness to it. Once that orange starts to mellow down, that grapefruit starts to mellow down, it does have a little bit more of this cannabis smell to it. Kind of got this little skunkiness, earthiness, herbaceousness, you know. And it's honestly, I feel with that grapefruit, it actually helps the fragrance a lot, especially for it to be like a mass appealing fragrance. Now, a lot of people might not like this, but then again, you're about 50-50 who's gonna like it, who's not. But it is not one of those fragrances where if I smell, I'm like, oh my God, that just straight stinks, okay? I actually quite enjoy this fragrance. Again, the nice little bit of grapefruit, then you got a little bit of that cannabis. There's some black pepper and stuff in here. And I think there's some leather and stuff like that in the dry down. But overall, again, you got a little bit of that skunkiness with that citrus, which is very nice. So there you go. That is it. Carolina Herrera Bad Boy Le Parfum. And last but not least, is pretty much the first fragrance in my collection that had the cannabis, or the cannabis is the main attraction. And this one, I've sent out samples of this, and honestly, this one smells the best in my opinion of these 5, and that is this Pacific Cannabis. The wifey actually bought me this because I just wanted it, just wanted to see if there was some cannabis in here. And you guys, it literally is. It does have a nice cannabis smell. It has a nice lingering effect, this fragrance. It has nice citrus up at the top. It has woods in there as well. The citrus and the cannabis work really well in this fragrance, okay? It's not super skunky, but you will get this little whiff of kind of like this skunky cannibal smell. Cannibal? Cannabis smell, not cannibal. The hell is this? Human eating flesh stuff here? No, not cannibal, okay? Not cannibal, cannabis, okay? You will smell a little bit of that cannabis, a little bit of that nice citrus, and some of that woods, which is very nice. This is a nice, light summer fragrance. Again, you will get whiffs of this throughout the day. You'll have this smell on yourself, and you smell and you're like, man, did I roll a joint? It's not super loud, but it is noticeable throughout the day. You start sweating a little bit. You will start noticing a little bit of that cannabis right there. That is that Pacific cannabis from Baxter out of California. This one was quite expensive, but now it's actually, the prices have dropped a little bit. So you can probably have this for about between 60 and 80 bucks, give or take. So the wifey probably bought this when it was a little bit more pricey, and she was a little angry about that. And she bought it. She was like, for that thing, you want that? But now she understands. Gotta have expensive stuff once in a while. I'm not gonna buy it, so someone has to. So there you go. That is that Pacific Cannabis, Baxter, California. Now again, two of these, the Hash Intense and the Carolina Herrera, definitely for a little bit colder weather, okay? They're a little bit louder. The Carolina Herrera is actually loud. The Hash Intense isn't that loud, but that dark rose and a little bit of that that smell of that Afgano, that's definitely going to be for cool weather. The others, the Cannabis Santal and this Pacific Cannabis, a little bit warmer weather, because this Cannabis Santal has a lot of woods in it, okay? It smells kind of fresh as well, so definitely for the warmer weather. None of these, besides this Pacific Cannabis, I would discourage you from wearing to school or on a plane or at work, just in case someone does get a little bit of that whiff and they think someone's smoking something on there. I encourage you not to wear it to those things. So maybe just wear it outdoors. If you're just doing some stuff, maybe you got a nice little music festival you're going to, then wear it. But definitely not indoors for a couple of these, okay? So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Sorry it did not happen on 420, but again, if you were stoned that day, you probably forgot to watch this thing anyway. So with that being said, I am going to get up out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys did, hit the likes, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace. Yeah.